Hello, welcome back to a video where we'll be talking about gratitude and love today. It's very loving, and as often I do when we start out a discussion on the workbook, I wonder how long this is really going to take. Because spirituality doesn't take any time at all. I mean, literally, it doesn't take any time whatsoever because it's outside time completely. And here in the world of time and bodies and email and bills that are coming up due, in the world where we've run off and hid, where we find ourselves, apparently, here in this world, even in time, even then, spirituality doesn't take much time because the concepts, the ideas are so foundationally and disarmingly simple that they're easily dismissed as statements of the obvious, aren't they? I mean, we complicate things so much that the obvious just completely misses us. We literally overlook it. So what is spiritual practice but a reorientation? What is it but a journey back, so to speak? Because, of course, in reality, there's no journey to make because who we are has never gone anywhere. We're in the process of accepting that for ourselves. We're accepting healing for ourselves. We're accepting atonement in the meaning of the Course of a Course, right? For ourselves, we're accepting all of this as it's laid out here. So we've got another beautiful, loving, and simple idea here today in the workbook, lesson 298. We're nearly 300 ideas in. Lesson 298, I love you, Father, and I love your Son. Yeah. Just that. I love you, Father, and I love your Son. Love. With a capital L. Yeah. It's a verb, it's a noun, it's everything. God is love, after all. So who are you? Yeah. This is a statement of love and of gratitude as well. And let's not underestimate the importance and the power of gratitude on the spiritual path. Let's not, because there's so many things that we can get carried away here with on the path. We can have beautiful experiences, out-of-body experiences, what some people would refer to as 5D experiences, right? And for some of us, they're quite common. They're kind of normal. Now, if you don't experience any of this, it doesn't make any difference because you're still on the path. Some of us will experience these events and some will not. And if you don't, it doesn't make any difference. You're not doing anything wrong at all. Far from it, you're right here, right now, which means you're well on your way. It means you're almost home. The very fact that you are paying attention to spirituality means you're almost there. Think of all of the things that we have, that we've given ourselves to distract our attention in the world. Everything that we've given ourselves to pull away from, to identify with the body. The same communication tools that we're using right now to communicate with each other can be used to communicate blah and disinformation, can't it? It can be used to continue to keep us trapped in cyclical existence, trapped in the domain of the ego, where we think we're a separate body, cut off from other separate bodies, competing for what we presume erroneously to be finite resources. Love has no boundaries. It is limitless. You are limitless. And the fact that you're even interested in a thought system like A Course in Miracles means that you're really this close. What remains to be done? Forgiveness, a choice for love in the present moment. That's it. That's all. Do it right now, then do it again. And develop a habit of that and notice your entire experience changing. This is an idea, a workbook lesson that's all about gratitude. So I invite you, whether it feels like you're this close or not. I mean, I can relate if it doesn't, because we still get carried away, don't we? We still allow ourselves to get carried away in thoughts of judgment and blame and sadness, right? Grief, lack, yeah, mourning over what we don't appear to have, jealousy when we look at people that appear to have it. And yet we know, obviously, deep down, that just because somebody has a fantastic, beautiful Ferrari or a Maserati driving down the road doesn't make them a happy person necessarily. I mean, if they are, fantastic, great. We know all these things. So there's so much that we can be grateful for. That's the point here, is that gratitude is tremendous on the spiritual path. And I firmly want to invite you to give thanks for everything that you have. It's literally everything. Each of us has it. So when you extend love, you're extending love to yourself. When you forgive, you're forgiving yourself. There's nobody out there, so to speak. Why? There's no separation of any kind. So one thing that we can all be very grateful for and give thanks for, as many times as we remember to do it, is the fact that we've always remained as God created us. So today's idea is fully, wholly, 100% an appropriate attitude at all times. While we've wandered off, who we are has never changed, and it never will. And for that, let's all give thanks today. All right, guys, happy practicing to you. Practice this idea. And I invite you to give some serious thought to what it is that you're grateful for and get into the feeling of that more here as much as you can on the path. And we'll continue through the workbook. All right, guys, thank you so much, as always, for joining me.